Born in the windswept steppes of Mongolia, a boy named Temujin defied betrayal, captivity, and impossible odds to forge the largest empire in history. As Genghis Khan, he united warring tribes, conquered empires from China to Central Asia, and reshaped the world with unmatched military genius and unrelenting brutality. Spanning 12 million square miles, his Mongol Empire carried trade, culture, and terror across continents. This 10-minute documentary unveils the man, his conquests, and his enduring legacy. Was he a visionary or a tyrant? Join us to uncover the truth. In 1162, Temujin is born near the Onon River, son of Borjigin chieftain Yesugei, in a Mongolia divided by tribal feuds. Yesugei, a fierce warrior, abducts Hoilun from the Merkit, sparking a feud while forging alliances with Karait leader Togril. Temujin masters archery and horsemanship, bonds with sworn brother Jamuga, and learns the intricate rivalries among Mongol tribes. At 9, Temujin is betrothed to Borte of the Ongirad, working as a herder for 3 years to earn her hand. Yesugei's poisoning by Tartars at a feast leaves Temujin 12 and his family destitute, abandoned by their clan. Temujin and brother Kasar kill half-brother Bektar over stolen food, enraging Hoilun, who warns of internal enemies. Taichiud leader Targutai captures Temujin for Bektar's murder, but he escapes after 6 days, aided by a Borjigin sympathizer. At 14, Temujin and new ally Boorchu reclaim stolen horses from Taichiud raiders, proving his courage and cunning. At 16, Temujin claims Borte as his bride from the Ongirad, strengthening ties and building a fledgling band of warriors. Merkit raiders abduct Borte, forcing Temujin to ally with Togril to rescue her, accepting her son Jochi as his own. By his 20s, Temujin's bravery attracts warriors like Jelmi and Subedi, rivaling his sworn brother Jamuga's Jatarad clan. In 1186, Temujin's followers elect him Khan of the Borjigin, but Jamuga's 1187 victory at Dalan Baljut forces him into exile. In 1195, Temujin allies with the Jin Empire, defeating Tartars and restoring Togril as Karait Khan, gaining wealth. In 1197, 21-year-old Subedei infiltrates Merkit camps, leading Temujin to a swift victory, solidifying his reputation. By 1202, Jamuga, elected Universal Khan by Naiman and defectors, attacks Temujin, who survives a poisoned arrow at Koyatan. In 1203, Temujin defeats Togril's Karait army after Jamuga's coalition falters, assuming Karait leadership. Temujin organizes his forces into decimal units, tens, thousands, creating an elite 10,000-man Keshik bodyguard. In 1204, Temujin tricks Naiman leader Taiyang at Chakirmaut with fake fires, routing them as Jamuga defects. In 1205, Jamuga's men betray him to Temujin, who executes them for disloyalty before ordering his sworn brother's brutal death. In 1206, Akuriltai proclaims Temujin as Genghis Khan, fierce ruler, uniting 30 tribes into a Mongol nation. Genghis introduces the Great Yasa, codifying steppe customs and military rules, enforcing loyalty to the Mongol state. Genghis exempts religious leaders from taxes, fostering ties with Buddhists, Muslims, and Christians along the Silk Road. The Yasa mandates death for crimes like lying or polluting water, with wealthy Mongols often paying fines instead. Genghis assigns Jochi, Chagatai, Ogadei, and Tolui fiefs with 45,000 troops, sowing seeds of future division. Genghis equips cavalry, with composite bows and 6 horses each, using feigned retreats and annual hunts for training. In 1209, Genghis forces Western Sia's Tangids to submit after raids, securing tribute and troops for future campaigns. In 1211, Genghis launches a 100,000-man invasion of Jin China, exploiting its weakened state and Khitan rebellions. By 1215, Samuka's siege devastates Beijing, reducing its population by 75% after Jin's emperor flees to Kaifeng Mukali, commanding 70,000 men, subdues northern China by 1223, blending mercy and brutality, never losing a battle. In 1226, Genghis leads a final campaign against rebellious Tanguts, conquering Zhongxing before his death in 1227. In 1218, Jebi defeats Neiman fugitive Kukluk in Karakatai, welcomed by Muslims for his religious tolerance. Shah Muhammad's massacre of Mongol envoys in Otrar sparks Genghis's 1219 invasion with 100,000 men. In 1220, Genghis sacks Bukhara and Samarkand, using prisoners as shields, shattering Khwarezmian resistance. In 1221, Tolui's campaign in Khorasan kills over 1 million, raising Merv and Nishapur, cultural jewels. In 1223, Jebe and Subeday's 20,000-man raid crushes Cumans and Russians at Kalka River, reaching Ukraine. On August 25, 1227, Genghis dies at 65, his tomb hidden, leaving Ogaday to lead the empire. Ogaday invades Persia and Korea, while Mongke and Kublai later conquer China, stretching to the Mediterranean. By 1260, the empire splits into Khanates, Golden, Horde, Yuan, Chagatai, Ilkhanate, due to succession disputes. Genghis's decimal system, feigned retreats, and meritocracy influence warfare, with 16 million descendants today. Genghis united tribes and trade, but left millions dead. Was he a visionary or a brutal despot? Genghis Khan forged an empire that reshaped the world, uniting tribes, opening trade, and leaving a trail of conquest and destruction. From a destitute boy to a universal ruler, his story is one of ambition, genius, and terror. His legacy endures. In our genes, our wars, and our stories. Was he a unifier or a destroyer? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more epic histories, and join us to explore the past's greatest mysteries. The steps echo still calls.